know that sensation of freedom when you feel the breeze in your hair, the smell of the sea, the softness of the sand beneath your feet? Well, this is just so beautiful. Hey fellow runners, welcome back to my channel. Darren Derlaster here, your mindful running coach. Today we're talking something special, running by the sea. Let's have a look together at the pros and the cons of running at the sea, because yes, it can be a beautiful experience, but there can be also other things that we might need to pay attention to. Let's start with the pros. So the first pro of running by the sea is the fresh air and the natural boost it gives you. So the salty sea air is packed with negative ions, which are proven to reduce stress, boost your mood, and even improve your oxygen flow in your body. So that's why you feel instantly refreshed when you're running by the sea. So running by the sea also means cleaner, better air normally, especially if you're in a location that isn't close to a city. Pro number 2 is an absolute mindfulness experience. Run by the sea is just so relaxing and you enter a meditative state much easier. You're in tune with nature, with the sound of the waves crashing, the rhythm of your breath, the feeling of your feet hitting the sand. It's really like a natural meditation session. A perfect time to not focus on performance and data, but rather on your sensations. In particular, this is perfect if you're looking for a mindful running dimension, which I talked about in my previous video, so have a look at it if you're interested in mindful running in general. Pro number 3 is the strength and endurance gain, because running by the sea, especially if you're running on sand, can make your joints and muscles stronger because of the uneven terrain and the softness of the sand. It requires a different kind of movement that you don't find on pavements. So this is a perfect way to improve your running biomechanics and build much more strength and resilience. Running on the sand also improves balance, so it's a great chance to strengthen in a different way than at the gym. Pro number 4, the stunning views. I think this is pretty much self-explanatory, but running by the sea, it's really beautiful. And the stunning views by the sea are, of course, a great motivation to keep going, and something pretty different than running surrounded by car traffic if you live in a city. So if you can, this is really a great chance to unplug from all those artificial views and artificial noises and get closer to nature. And pro number 5, the low impact and shock absorption, because running on the sand is much more lower impact-wise than running on pavements. So it's perfect, for example, for your recovery days, as it puts less stress on your joints. So this is an amazing recovery run chance if you need to. And now that we had a look at the pros of running by the sea, we'll have a look also at the cons. So the con number 1 is the sand everywhere. So especially if it's windy, it can go everywhere in your clothing, especially in your shoes and in your socks, being a little bit uncomfortable. But it depends. If you like a wild run and a wild challenge, maybe you even enjoy, because it's part of it, as it's also in trail running in general. You can also consider alternatives like running barefoot, but also here we have some cons which we should consider. So it depends on the length of your run, and you can also consider buying some sand covers to put on your running shoes. They will make sure that the sand doesn't enter there. So if you run often on sand and enjoy it, you can also consider this option. Con number 2, the wind. We all know that by the sea there's much more wind, of course, and maybe sometimes it can be a bit disturbing, it can slow down your run, and in general make everything quite harder. So maybe you can consider also here being equipped with a windbreaker or having a cap, a hat, something to shield you better from the air. Or maybe you enjoy having the breeze on your face and it doesn't bother you. It can also be a great resistance training, so not that bad at all maybe. Con number 3, uneven terrain, meaning more injury risk, because the softness of the sand and the uneven terrain can cause you to fall or to twist an ankle, strain a muscle, so it's of course something you should consider if you're not particularly used to uneven surfaces. So be careful, ease into it, and just listen to your body. Con number 4, not everyone has easy access to the sea, unfortunately for many, but it depends, of course, where you live, if you are close to the sea or not, if you have the chance to go there or live in a city which is not by the sea. It's something that not everybody has access to. And last con, number 5, the overuse injury risk. If you have already been or are currently injured, well, running by the sea and on sand isn't actually ideal for you because of the stress it can put on your injury and the uneven terrain. So you should keep that in mind and rather choose easier and steadier surfaces that don't put you at risk to get injured again or worsen your current injury. So fellow runners, we had a quick look at the pros and cons of running by the sea. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and let me know in the comments if you enjoy running by the sea or if you prefer other locations like the mountain or the city. Everyone has their taste. So I'm really curious to read you, and I have to cut it now because the light is fading. So see you!